Okay, hey there guys. So in today's war we're going up against the Matrix. Also just like to start it off, sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird today. It still sounds like it's a little bit weird to me. Yeah. So I'm on Path 8 and Path 8 for both today, and I'll be honest, when I was taking these fights I was a little bit mad. I'll explain why I was mad at the end. But so I take my fights, all the fights. There's not too many of the fights, it's just the 4 fights that you see. I didn't have a first node. Well, like my first node didn't have a champion on it. The first fight is this Annihilus. I placed my white mags on it right as I joined. So with the white Magneto with the passive stun, he doesn't go stun immune or whatever it is against you, so any parry works against him, and it's really nice. Makes him super easy, and I actually have all 3 white Magneto pre-fights for myself, which is very nice for a change. Right there, for some reason, that first parry, I just like slightly missed. For being an Annihilus, he was like a little bit not aggressive, which is really strange. And right here, I just go for my SP2. I don't even go for any heavy shenanigans because I just really want to get off that SP2, because as you see, it pushes me straight up to SP3. And then that SP2 is just going to finish it off. They pushed me to, I used SP2, it got me back up to SP3, and the SP3 was more than overkill, because he had like 140,000 health, and that SP3 does like 100,000 health, and he only had 30,000 or 30% left, so it's a bit of overkill. But that's kind of the CGR life in war right now. I don't know how I feel about that. I was thinking about that when I was like taking that fight. I'm like, man, all CGR fights are kind of the same now. You'll see that doesn't go... You'll see that doesn't quite work for me this next war or two. I make a couple CGR mistakes. I don't know, CGR and me, I love playing CGR. I just feel like I make a mistake every now and then. This Mojo fight. So, this Mojo fight is actually a clever placement if you ban buff immune champions. Because you get the armor up on you, and you also don't want like too many buffs on you, or is it too many buffs on them? So every time I parry, I'm actually going to gain one of my spider charges, so it's really easy to keep my debuffs paused. Plus, I feel like I'm okay about dexing with Spider-Man, and as long as this Mojo throws his SP1 pretty willingly, this is going to be a really easy fight. Right around here, I decide I'm going to start to go for block hits. I don't know why I did that when he had the hold block prompt, but with Spider-Man, it doesn't really matter if you complete his prompts because you're not going to gain any haters. So it's like, this is a super safe fight. I kind of like, oh shoot. I kind of like the placement, as I said. I feel like it could be a little bit tricky, but with Spider-Man here, it really just makes Spider-Man a better champion, which is not something you want to do in war when you're trying to win. So right here, do I do it? Yeah, I think that's what I do. So I put on the white mags for the Mojo and for this fight, and so I'm actually going to put on suicides for the Surfer. I would have put them on for this Korg, but as you saw, I had 30 seconds left on my power boost. And it kind of just makes CGR just a little bit crazy. Just use your one light ender and you're over a bar of power. You do that, and this one I have bad crit RNG or something. I wanted to use a second SP2 actually, but because the node has Rich Get Richer, I gain extra power from having my buffs, so it pushes me to SP3, and I'm actually worried here during the fight. I'm like, did I not apply a power lock? Like, is he going to shrug off this power lock and get to SP3? Is he going to be at SP3? Nah, okay. And it pushed me back up to another SP3, but I just go in and hit a casual 40k medium without suicides. So I still love me some CGR. So here, I left my masteries a little bit bare for those fights intentionally, just so that I could put on suicides for this fight. I was also going to put them on for the Korg fight initially. I thought about having them on, like, suicides for the full war, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to play Spider-Man with suicides against just a normal path fight. Against Boss Node, it's so good to use suicides with him, but I wasn't sure for this war. So I just ended up not going for them for the Mojo fight, so I only put them on for the Surfer fight. And I'm thinking to myself, aw, this fight's gonna be easy, bruh. Like, it's just a Surfer. Maybe I'll put on a regen boost. I was so close to putting on a regen boost. I'm just like checking his nodes. I'm like, man, what do I want to do here? And then last season's first war flashes into my mind. I'm like, okay, wait, what are my boosts like in Overflow? Because I was trying to do a really good job about staying up to date on buying my boosts, and because of the extra week, I was able to actually get a little bit of a stash into my Overflow of the 3-minute boosts. And so I'm able to keep them up as long as I don't over boost right now. So I'm really trying to play like conservatively with my boosts. I also go like full safe mode. I throw a little like 2k health or 1k health into them. And so I go for the invulnerability because I haven't been going for those as much this season so far, I feel like. I think I was, or maybe no, maybe that's what I was going for more actually. But so I go for this fight with the invul, and right off the bat again, my block just doesn't block. I feel like I had my finger down, but on that one I actually wasn't 100% sure. I might have been a little bit slow. So I'm already like, okay, and then I dex. Then I dex. Oh, okay. Or wait, had I already dexed at that point? Wait. Why can't I remember? I was just watching this video. Man, I need to... So I was trying to decide if I was going to go to SP3 first or SP2, but I'm like, I don't have SP3 yet. I'll power lock him. I'll get that going. I'll see how that goes. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. And now here, he's getting close to his SP3, but that SP2 just absolutely nukes him down and obliterates that Silver Surfer. So all's good. So then I spend my energy. So what I was mad about was, so that was Saturday, and I had something Saturday like afternoon right before we were going to clear, and there was just constantly some like timing things, and I was supposed to actually have the Limber Mini at the top right. I was supposed to have that. It was a Mordo, and I was going to take it with my Spider-Man, and I was going to put a white Magneto on it, and that was honestly going to be pretty easy. But then, because there was like some timing stuff and I was out, I was getting tagged a couple times, and my officer's actually just like, actually, just this other person's going to take it while I was out, and like right as I get back, I see it, and I'm like, what the heck? Right before I take my fights too. Like, it happened like right before I got back, so I was just kind of annoyed. But clearly it didn't matter too much for the war. It was a pretty comfortable win of 12-2 and a couple thousand seconds, so it wasn't really an issue. It was just like an annoying thing, like, oh my gosh, I had my fight stolen. Not like stolen, it was reassigned. It was just annoying in the moment. It's fine now. It was just like an annoying thing, so I was playing a little bit annoyed that entire time. But I think it went fine. And the war as a whole, as I said, pretty good, 12-2. GG to Matrix. They're a solid alliance. Like, it was a good war. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Hope you have a good one. Bye.